With the popularity of the franchise itself and Street Fighter 2 in general, why is it that no one talks about Street Fighter 2 Victory? This show was made in 1996 and everything about the show is fantastic. I saw it airing both in Spanish and English as a kid, and the English dub it's good enough. By the way, you will enjoy this show if you're a martial arts fan or a fan of the game series, but what really makes this show interesting is its story. It starts off with Ryu, who's already become a skilled martial artist. He receives a letter from his childhood friend Ken Masters, who sent him money and a plane ticket to go visit him. He does so, then they go out and have some fun at a bar. Now the two of them happen to be 17, so they're too young to drink, but the real reason why they went there was to pick a fight with someone. See, these youngsters happen to possess some hefty set of skills. They defeated every opponent with ease. The only challenge they ever had throughout their years was against each other. And like I said, these guys aren't saints, they're flawed characters. They have quite an ego from the start of the show and intentionally start a fight just because they knew that they were quite unstoppable. Well, that is until one more comrade shows up. That happens to be Sergeant Guile.
What the? Hey, you punks. Did you do this to my men?
Give me an avion.
Say, kid, hadn't you ought to be doing your homework or studying?
Let me show you what I study! Huh?
Don't come back!
He whips the shit out of them. Teaches them one hell of a lesson. And that ass kicking that they received taught them one thing, that they have so much more to learn. And the best thing they can do, since Ken is rich, is for the two of them to travel the world and search for the strongest warriors to further improve their skills. Ken hires a tour guide, and this happens to be Chun-Li. So here, she doesn't start off as like a cop. I mean, she couldn't anyway, since she's mentioned to be only 15 here. Wait, she's 15 and a tour guide? Is that even possible? Anyways, that's the premise. The three of them travel the world, they meet other Street Fighter characters, including characters we don't see in the games. Some of them should have actually been included in future games because they're pretty good. One thing I don't get is why Chun-Li does not show that she can fight up until episode 6. And there were plenty of moments where she should have fought someone. So I don't know if the creators were thinking of making her learn how to fight eventually, because pretending not to know when she's like one of the best fighters in the world just doesn't make sense. Especially when we look back at the 4th episode where Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li are fleeing from the numerous thugs trying to prevent them from escaping. But when she does reveal to Ken and Ryu that she can fight, she presents one hell of a demonstration. And I gotta give it to the animators here, and with the entire series, because this show looks gorgeous. The series was directed by Gisaburo Sugi, the same person who directed the Street Fighter 2 animated movie. They don't connect though. I guess you could say that they're separate timelines. But that's not a bad thing, because I wasn't really a fan of how they did characters like Balrog. I mean, look at him. They made him
kinda retarded.
Compare that with Balrog in the anime series, where he's this secret agent of Shadow Law and has a personality. I like what they did with Sagat in this version. He's a professional Muay Thai fighter that was framed and sent to prison. Ryo 2 ends up getting set up and thrown in the same prison where they meet, and instead of flat out hating each other by the end, they end up respecting each other. It's a route I wasn't expecting to see from Sagat, because normally he's always this pissed off guy that's hell-bent on defeating Ryu. Bison in this show is like Broly, the original Broly, aka the best version. So Bison here is like the OG Broly. His psycho power is insanity.
Jerk! Stay away from me!
He's this powerful brute that takes pleasure in causing destruction. I mean, the dude is more menacing than Dennis. And at that point, our main characters are not on his level.
That's nothing.
What?
Literally halfway through the season, the main characters spent the entire time in the same location. And that really bites because for the previous 15 episodes, our main characters were spending 1 to 2 episodes in a different location around the world, meeting new opponents and quests that would improve their skills. A lot of things were starting to unravel, and the story was now focusing on multiple characters dealing with their own objectives, like Chun-Li's father, Inspector Durai, who's investigating the secret organization known as Shadow Law, led by M. Bison. I think the worst thing that they did was constantly repeating flashbacks to Chun-Li getting choked out by Bison. Ken has like 1,000 flashbacks of that while passed out. Then we get like Ryu charging up a Hadouken that felt for like an entire episode or two. And in one episode, they literally spent the first half of the episode showing us what happened 10 episodes ago. Like, why? They started doing a lot of reminiscing, and with that come countless flashbacks. It's just very apparent that the creators had time constraints or other issues behind the scenes, which led to all these sufferable filler moments. Don't get me wrong, those last 10 episodes are worth watching. Things escalate, multiple characters end up fighting at the same time. It's intense, and with that animation, it's awesome. We even get explanations regarding to this mind controlling device that sticks to a person's frontal lobe. There's always mind controlling when it comes to Street Fighter. In the animated movie, Ken gets mind controlled, but here, Ryu and Chun-Li get mind controlled, and you should see their fight scenes. As expected, they are outstanding. By the end, you can tell that this was meant to like have a second season. I guess since no one talks about it, then there wasn't a large enough audience to get an approval for a second season. What a damn shame. But at least we got 29 episodes to look back at. I'm surprised this show did not air on like Adult Swim. It would have been great airing there. Not Toonami. Toonami censored anything and everything they could think of. The theme song though here, it's quite catchy. I dig it. Same goes for the English version. The Spanish version goes with the original Japanese theme song, and they sing the lyrics in Spanish too. One thing to note about Ryu and Ken in the show though, they have one hell of a close-ass friendship. One would say it's more of a bromance. And that's probably why the English version went with this montage of characters fighting throughout the show's opening. I think they prefer this over using footage from the Japanese opening because Ken and Ryu running side by side with that theme song, it gives off like a totally different vibe. Like if you're watching a yaoi harem instead of a martial arts show. It's still a catchy-ass song. And the show's animators did an excellent job with their craft. It's one thing I love about this show as well. The details within each background just giving us a great representation of every region they visit. And the fight scenes, they are incredible! Highly entertaining. In fact, there are too many good ones here that I'll have to make a tier list ranking each one of them from best to greatest. Let me know if you've seen this show and what your thoughts were about it. That's it for the video. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and if you truly enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from this jabroni. I cover lore videos, facts, movies, and game reviews, all based on my favorite franchises such as Resident Evil, The King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, Celebrity Deathmatch, The Mask, Dragon Ball, The Terminator, TMNT, and more. I'd like to give a very special thanks to all my Patreon supporters. This video is for you, and I hope you like seeing your name at the end credits of this video. And if you too would like to see your name at the end of a new vid, be sure to join my Patreon where you also get to receive exclusive videos and updates such as new art panels for my Resident Evil Outbreak comic that I'm working on. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.